Howdy. Welcome. My name's Anna. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out today. On this channel, I like to talk about makeup mostly, and today I'm especially excited because I haven't been buying a lot of things lately, but this is something that I purchased recently that I was super excited about, and that's the Amy Loves Makeup and Adept Cosmetics collab, and I did get both the eyeshadow palette and the blush face palette. And the eyeshadow palette looks like this. It is cool toned. It's like blues and pinks. Lots of like multi-chrome special shades in there. I love the packaging on this. It's very textured, like glittery. So probably glitter will come off everywhere, which I have no problem with and rather like. Anyways, and then this is the blush palette. Super bright colors. I'm not sure how this is gonna look on me. Amy Loves Makeup, like Amy of Amy Loves Makeup, is super fair. Like I think she's more fair toned than I am, and she made this look really good. So I think a light hand is the key, because I have seen other creators use this and it was like, whoa, super intense. So I'm hoping it's buildable. But anyway, we'll see. I thought that I would swatch everything first, and then do an eye look today. So I'm gonna get started with the eyeshadow palette first. And I've been just dying to get my hands in this. So it's all pretty and beautiful and clean and not touched, because I was waiting to film with it. Anyways, this first shade, I guess we'll do three at a time. Let's do that. So this is Lights Up. Ooh, that's super soft and beautiful. And then this is Pisces and Stunning. And these are all gonna be, ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. So this first one is Lights Up, and it looks like a shimmery sort of peachy pink, like really light, almost topper shade. Wow, that's gorgeous. And this is Pisces, and it's sort of a either duo or chrome, multi-chrome. It's got like lavender with kind of a gold shift and like a deep, I don't know if that's a dark grayish blue base. Oh, that's really pretty. And then Stunning looks like a metallic silvery kind of blue-ish green shade. Wow. Okay, well those so far so good. All right, next up is Pink, which is like a bubblegum pink shimmer. And then 1997, which I'm assuming that's when she was born. And then Caramel or Caramel, depending on how you pronounce that. Ooh, that caramel shade was super wet. And this pink just looks like I said, a bubblegum pink shimmer. And then 1997 is a matte. I think this is the warmest matte in the palette. And then Caramel. Ooh, yeah, that's super wet and foiled. And that's like a silver with a touch, just a touch of warmth to it. Like a little bit of a gold. Okay, these are swatching absolutely beautifully. My goodness, this is impressive. I'm already glad I picked this up, I think. Okay, Mocha looks like a super cool toned matte, super soft. Lavender, I think I watched Amy's review on this, and yeah, I think she said it just has every color in it, and I think that is going to prove to be true. Oh, that's so pretty. I think we're gonna use that today. And then Billion Much is another matte. I'm a little bit, I wonder, these mattes do look kind of similar to me. I don't know. I mean, we'll swatch them. So Mocha, that is more cool toned than this last one for sure. And then this is Lavender, which definitely has more shades than I'm able to show you on camera, but that is pretty great. And then Billion Much is another matte. It maybe looks a little bit more brown than this one and maybe a little deeper. It's like this one's a little more cool tone. This one's a little more warm. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Those look somewhat similar. This almost seems like it has a little bit of purpley tint to it, although this one almost looks like that too, just in a different way. Interesting. Okay. And there's like a little bit of like a gray to those as well. Okay. Next up is Floral, which I think might be a duochrome. It's a little bit more muted, mauvey pink, or like a just more muted pink. Mi Amor is like kind of more of a mid-tone, almost periwinkle, but, or like cornflower blue. It's like a mid-tone cornflower blue. And then Vibes looks like a deeper sort of silver shade. Ooh, that one's super soft. Oh, it's like almost, yeah, that's pretty. Okay. So this is Floral. And Mi Amor. And Vibes. Oh. And Vibes is like, it has that kind of really, really deep gray base with almost like a bluish silver reflect. Yeah, these shades are speaking to me. I think they're just so pretty. I like. All right. Glam looks like a super foiled silvery gold. Oh yeah, that's like super wet. Oh my goodness. There's like almost a pink to it. What? That's pretty. Indie is, I think it's a multi-chrome, and I see like turquoise, purple, mostly turquoise and purple. Maybe there's like some fuchsia notes in there. Oh yeah, I see like a mauve kind of shade, pinky shade too. And then Scrunchy, my hope is that it's got a bit of like a navy blue to it, almost like a bluish black. Anyways, this is Glam. Ooh, okay, that is very cool. Very, very bright and foiled, kind of a thicker formula. And then Indie is that like blues and purples kind of vibe. And I heard that it was sort of prismatic, like it had that glitteriness to it, but I don't know that I'm seeing that so much, maybe a little bit. Anyways, and then Scrunchy, like I said, I'm hoping has a bit of navy to it. I can't tell. Maybe like an indigo. I think this is a beautiful palette. It just speaks to me. Like this color story super speaks to me. I don't know how it's gonna look on my particular skin tone, just because I do have slightly warm undertone, but I'm fairly neutral. So yeah, we'll see. I feel like I tend to look okay in pinks and blues, I think. Maybe it's just that I like them though, so we'll see. So there is the eyeshadow palette swatched out. So now I want to go into the blush palette, and it looks like we have 2 matte blushes and then 2 like blush toppers. This is a bit highlighty. This is probably going to be more of a highlighter for medium to deep skin tones. Whew. That almost has like a blue reflect in it. Maybe. Let's swatch these. So we have Athena. So why is this so big? It is pretty large. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever go through this whole thing. I would have been fine with it being half the price and half the product, if that's a thing. Or like 2/3 of the price and half the product. Anyways, I mean, I was happy to buy this actually and support. I really like Amy Loves Makeup. I love that channel. Like, I've watched it for years. I just find her so genuine and like, I don't know, just like real and just kind of sweet. Okay, and this is called Mishka. Yeah. And that's a matte blush and Cupid. And I'm so curious to see how that looks on me. It's just very bright. But when I've seen people wear it, it looks more pink than red, like a really hot pink. Anyways, so this is Athena. Aries. Okay, yeah, those are super shiny. Not very much base color to that. So yeah, kind of more blush topper or highlighter. And then this is Mishka. Okay, and that almost has like a blue, a tint of like a blue, like a cooler base to it, which makes sense. This was a cool toned release. And then Cupid looks like this. Okay, and it's not like ultra hyper pigmented. Okay, we'll see. Interesting. All right. I might try to use both of them today. Kind of makes sense to me. I'm gonna get this on my shirt if I don't wash it off. So I'm gonna wash it off. I'll be right back. I'm messy enough without having eyeshadow all over my arm with my light pink shirt. Yeah. This is maybe partially sometimes why I'm always wearing like old gray t-shirts and things when I'm filming. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on my face so that, there we go. You can see a little bit better what I'm doing. I primed my eyes with my Anastasia Beverly Hills mini eye primer, and I did put the Pat McGrath under eye powder, the shade Fair, over that. And I want to use everything. I can't really, well, okay, I know I want to use this lavender shade. I mean, clearly that is spectacular. But like, I kind of don't know what I want to do exactly because I want to use all of it. I have to say, this is kind of one of the most, this is the most wowed I've been by a palette in quite a while. Like, I'm very impressed. I really like this. I really like this so far. Like, the swatches were spectacular. So I'm excited. All right. I'm going to use this Mi Amor. I like the color. And I want to try to use it. And it looks like kind of the lightest matte in here too, which I think I want for like mid-tone. I'm going to do about 2/3 of that in my crease. Okay, yeah, and that's looking actually super gray. Interesting. Yeah, it looks super, super cool. I mean, it is blue, so that makes sense. There's definitely like a smell coming off of this. And I don't know if it's an ingredient that they used or like a glue that they used for the packaging or something. I think it's kind of bothering me, like maybe giving me a little headache. It's also the kind of thing that I think might dissipate over time. Anyway, just something to be aware of. Okay, I am like already making a mess. There's a bunch of like this shade that got into that shade. It's fine. All right, let's use Scrunchy in my outer V and use a smaller brush for that. I think having that Mi Amor shade under it is going to make it look and lean a little more on the blue side. Yeah, I like this. It's very blue. Fun. Whew, that smell is kind of strong. I don't think it's a fragrance or anything, but yeah, it's sort of strong. All right, and then taking this original brush and sort of blending those into each other a bit. I think Lights Up will look nice on my brow bone, like peachy shade. Yeah, that just has a nice glow to it. Like it's not too overpowering, but it does have like a light to it. I like it. I like it. All right, I'm going to use, okay, I think Floral had a little bit less of a base color to it. It's a little more subtle, so I'm gonna use that here. Using a bit of a fluffier brush to try to distribute it a little bit more and not have it very concentrated. Hopefully this works, but I do want some pink there. Is that too subtle? There we go. Just had to build it up a little bit. Lovely, lovely. All right, so definitely using lavender on my lid because that is the clear winner. Yeah, this has so many different shades in it. Haha, so pretty. This is a super pretty shade. I don't think that it's unique, but I don't think anything is unique anymore, honestly. I think it's kind of one of those, like, it's all been done. But I like that this was put in this palette. I really do like the shade. And is it the best version of this shade? I don't know that it's the best, but it is pretty high up there. I think they did a very good job with it. But I wouldn't go as far to say that it's like absolutely my #1 favorite of this type of shade. I think I might have one from Touch of Glam or one from Terra Moons that might be a little bit more spectacular. But this is really nice. Really, really nice. I'm going to step away, do the rest of my makeup, and then come back and do the inner corner and lower lash line, like once I've got my concealer on and stuff. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And I think what I want to do for the lower lash line is use this Mi Amor on the outer sort of third. I'm going to try to keep that really close to the lash line. And then I'm going to try this pink shade. And I just want to see, how that works out. And depending on how that goes, it's adding shine. It's not adding like a whole lot of color, which in a way was what I was hoping for. Although it got a little clumpy just right here. Ooh, oh yeah, that's super pretty. Okay, that was sort of weird how it got sort of clumpy right there. I don't know if that had to do with, I used makeup remover I had a little bit of like fallout from, I think it was this shade, and I don't think it was fallout, I think my finger hit it. And so I wonder if that set up like a strange base to put things on top of. Not sure. It might just be a clumpy shadow. It could have been the brush too. Not sure. So actually, yeah, what I'm gonna do is take that same brush that I used right here before, and I'm gonna use this pink shade and just try to make that a little bit more pink, which I think the blush will tie in nicely with, just right here. Yeah, I kind of like that. It gives it a little bit more like shadow there too. But what do I want to use for my inner corner? I think that this glam shade's gonna be like too much for me, too deep for me. I think I need to use either this Caramel Stunning or Lights Up again. And I think Lights Up might look the best, but I kind of want to use one of these because I want to use another shade. So I'm gonna actually swatch those again on my hand and see which one I think is going to, so this is what we've got. Do I remember which is which? Yes, okay. It's like one is very silver and one is very gold. I think the silver is just gonna look the best. So I'm gonna use that. And I feel like a little is gonna go a long way. So I'm gonna try to be a little careful. Man, I do think that the smell from this might be giving me a headache because I have a little headache. I don't know if it's this or not. I can't tell, but that could be a thing. Anyways, I'm using this itty bitty brush from Rougher 23. I like these brushes for little details. Okay, so silver. I think that's gonna work fine. Again, if I did this look again, I think I might use that more peachy shade in the corner. And actually, I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm going to take this pink and try to sort of amp up this lower lash line just a little bit, just to connect it a little bit to that inner corner. Maybe I'm gonna do that with the Mia Moore too. And I've been wiping this off on a towel in between. I don't recommend that necessarily. I think it's not good for the brushes, but that's how I do things. Okay, so now I want to go into this blush palette, and I guess I'll try to use everything. Just why not? I'm gonna use Mishka first and just lightly dust that all over my cheek. That is not too intense so far. This is giving vibes like that Dior, like very cool tone pink blush that came out a couple years ago. I think it's pretty. I think it probably is not the most flattering blush for me personally. Oh, that looks brighter in person. I was looking in my monitor. In person, it's really bright. I don't know. It's very cool toned. It is pretty. I don't think it's quite for me. Interesting. It almost looks kind of like ashy on my skin. It's like it's maybe too just cool toned for me. Maybe. Interesting. I think it's cute for what it is. It's maybe on first impression a little bit just more dry looking than I would prefer in a blush. I'm trying to be super critical because I'm so excited about this collection that I really want to be objective. So I wonder if I'm being a little harder on it than is actually warranted. Because like this is pretty. I'm just trying to be very, very honest. Okay, I'm gonna take this deeper shade, Cupid. Woo, that was much more powdery. And I'm gonna just put some of that up here, up on my cheekbone bone more. Ooh, that is just like fluorescent red. Neon red. I don't know. I think it's okay. Not my favorite of all time. Now, we're just gonna make me real shiny and go into this Aries shade. Ooh, whoa, what? What exactly is that? What? Okay, I'm scared. Okay, I mean, blush topper. I never use blush toppers. Not really my jam. I'm not sure that added much, but like also could be the brush. I don't use this brush very often. Like, is that giving me more glow? I guess it is looking like less ashen like it was before. Like it's almost looking a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not like super excited about it. I don't dislike it. And I think it's just kind of a preference thing. I think maybe, oh, okay. I can see the shine to it now. I can see the shine. Okay, interesting. It's actually not as shiny as I thought it was going to be, which I kind of like. I'm a little curious to try that just on bare skin next time, or, you know, without blush under it. All right, and so now going into Athena, which I think is just a straight up highlighter. I don't know. I think it looks like a highlighter. And it's a very cool toned pink highlighter. Like I said, it almost has like a blue, or no, this was the one I thought had kind of a blue reflect. Maybe they both have just a hint of that. It could just be my imagination because they're very cool toned anyway. There's a lot of blue going on. Okay, yeah, that is very shiny. That's cute. That's cute. Definitely, I mean, I have a lot of texture on my face and pores and a scar. So that's coming through, but that's pretty normal for a highlighter. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a blue tint to that highlighter. I'm gonna put some mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. I like it. I do. These are my thoughts. I'm trying to be so practical and not get emotional about, like, I knew I was gonna like this. Like, I just knew I was going to. I do love this palette. Like, I love the color story. I didn't really get into the mattes that much. So I am curious, you know, this is the first impression. I'm curious to see how different they make things. I do think that like these two are pretty different from each other. I didn't use this one today, but I am excited that this really can look very navy. On the eye, everything blended great. I love the colors. I just love the colors. I love the color story. Like I said, I'm not sure, or I don't know if I finished saying, I'm not sure like how different these are going to be. I'll have to look into that. The other thing that I noticed, I love that lid shade as far as the color. I think it's really pretty, but on my like maturing lids, they do look pretty textured. It's a little bit, I think, thicker shadow maybe. So that's interesting. You know, the flips in it just kind of make it look a little like maybe a little unflattering, like emphasizes my aging eyes, which I think if you're just young and don't have like such crinkly eyes, it's probably not gonna be an issue at all. And this is kind of a nitpicky thing because it is a beautiful shade and I think it's a pretty shadow. I think just my eyes, it might not be the best for mature lids. I will still wear it. Believe you me, I will still wear it because it's really pretty. Like I said, everything blended really nice. I think all the shades I used are pretty different. They'll have their own like unique place. As far as the blush palette, I actually like it better now that it's sort of set down a little bit. Like, I think it's pretty good for what it is, as far as it's a super cool toned look and it's kind of shimmery. I think that like deeper shade actually sort of calmed down a little bit after my skin. Like, often I'll put blush on and it'll kind of irritate my skin and then it'll turn like a little bit redder or whatever than it actually is going to be. It's not the blush, it's my skin blushing. And then it calms down and I think it actually looks pretty nice now. I mean, it doesn't look natural, especially on me because I have a warmer undertone, but I actually like it. I think it's actually pretty. I do. I think it's pretty. But it is super cool tone, so keep that in mind. But I actually, yeah, I think it's lovely. Yeah, I like it. I like the colors. I'm glad I picked this up. I think they're good quality. I think they're good quality shadows. The cheek products, I'm actually not seeing as much texture as I thought I was before. So it's like it almost settled into my skin a little bit. It does have a bit of like a blue reflect to it, which I think is really interesting and like really enhances that cool toned, you know, look. I think like a pink wig. I'm gonna go put on a pink wig and I want to see what that does to this look. I mean, I think that works. I think it definitely looks better with a little bit more like cool toned hair. Also, I did not actually put a wig on. I'm gonna show you how hilarious this is. My hair is right there. I was too lazy to like actually put a wig on. So my hair is just like just out there in the back of this. That's beside the point. Anyways, I think I love this cheek with this hair. Like, I think it's really cute. I think like a blue wig would look really nice with this too. I think my hair is a bit on the warm or neutral side. It's a bit on the warm side. And so, yeah, I think if I had like, ooh, like a very bleachy blonde, like white blonde would look really cute with this look too. My point being, this is a very cool toned palette and it gives a very cool tone look. I think they're great palettes. I like the quality. I like the colors. I don't know that it's the most flattering like color story on me. I think it works. Like, I actually really like it. I think I'm neutral enough that it works. In fact, you know, kind of like that. Like a deep brown, deep neutral brown would look good. Anyways, I'm trying to be so objective because I'm so excited about this. I really love this. Like, I really do love this. I'm just trying to be objective. So I'm trying to find anything that might be like a turnoff for people. But I mean, this was literally advertised as a cool tone palette and I'm just so like, congratulations to Amy and to Adept. I think this is a great collection. I love it. I'm really excited I picked this up. Like, I'm so excited for it. I want to play around with it more. I actually really, after like living in it for a minute, I really do like this cheek. It's a very specific thing. It's a little bit like more woo than I would go for like every day. But oh my goodness, for dressing up or just if I want to be kind of extra, I like it. I think it's cute. I think it's really cute. Again, congrats to Amy and Adept. Super excited to have this in my collection. Let me know what you think of this palette. Did you pick it up? Did you pick up both of them. Yeah, I think these are still available as I'm posting this. Not 100% sure on that, but I like them. If you like cool tones, I would say these are great. And this is what they look like. Anyways, hope you're having a good week, and like and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side alive. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side alive.